In this American English pronunciation video, you're going to play a card game with me and my family, and we'll study real English conversation as it happens among real Americans. The focus of this video is numbers.
Two ones, two twos, two rooks.
We're playing with a double deck of cards here. That means we've combined two full decks, so there's going to be two of every kind of card. So my mom says two ones, two twos, two rooks. So rather than saying two one cards, two two cards, she's just shortening it into two ones, two twos, making the number a noun. So she's making it plural because there's two of everything. Two ones, adding a really light Z sound at the end. Two ones, two twos.
Two ones, two twos, two rooks.
Did you play this double hand before, Roberta?
But there are no sixes and sevens, Frank, and half of the eights?
Sixes and sevens and half of the eights. So here again, we're using the number as a noun and we're making it plural. Sevens and eights. For sevens, we add a light Z sound. For eights, we add an S sound. And for sixes, we add a whole syllable. Is. Sixes. The rules for how to pronounce a plural noun were laid out in a video that I made earlier. Click here to see that video, or you can also find the link in the description below.
But there are no sixes and sevens, Frank, and half of the eights?
No,
Half the
eight.
eights. Half the eights are gone.
210.
210.
How many points is
360.
okay? Yeah. Oh.
So here we've just heard the numbers 210 and 360. Notice that the words hundred and were dropped. You can say 210 or 360, but it's probably more common in spoken English to drop that and just say 210, 360.
210.
210.
How many points is
360.
okay? Yeah. Oh, I remember that.
215.
20.
215, 20. So 15, how does that sound different from 250? 215, 250, 215. There are two clues. First, stress is on teen. In the words that end in a zero, stress is on the first syllable. 15, 50. Clue number 2, the T in teen is a true T because it starts a stressed syllable. The T in 50 might be a true T or it might be flapped. 50, 50. 215.
I remember that.
215.
20.
20. My dad bids even higher. He didn't say 220, but it's implied. 20. What happens to the T there? It's dropped. Americans often drop the T in this word. 20. 20. This is because the T follows an N.
20.
Pass.
Pass. As we go around bidding here, if you want to bid higher, then you do so. If you don't want to bid higher and you want to drop out, then you say pass. Pass.
Pass.
25.
25. 20. Again, David drops the T here. 25.
25. 30.
30. 30. Stress is on the first syllable, and it's a flap T, so we know it's not 13. 30. 30. The T is flapped here because it comes after an R before a vowel. 30. Try that. 30.
30.
Pass.
That's
Pass.
Oh, my mom and I both have bad hands. We both pass. We do not continue to bid.
Pass. Pass.
That's too cheap.
Dad says, that's too cheap. He's trying to make us think he doesn't have a good hand, but that he's going to bid anyway. He reduces the word that's by dropping the th. Ats, At's too cheap. This is a reduction you will hear Americans do sometimes. Listen again.
That's too cheap. That's too cheap. That's too cheap.
Notice the word TOO is stressed and it sounds just like the number 2. These are homophones. They sound exactly the same even though they're spelled differently. That's too cheap.
That's too cheap. 40.
40. He raises the bid. Different from 14, where stress is on the second syllable with a true T. 40. 40. Flap T because the T comes between an R and a vowel.
40.
We'll pass. 5.
I should have passed before.
I should have passed before. Should have is often reduced to shoulda in natural American English conversation. I should have passed before. Shoulda. Shoulda. Try that. A quick flap of the tongue for the D. Shoulda.
I should have passed before. Because I think...
Okay, my dad is doing a weird reduction here. First, he's reducing because to cause, which is a very normal reduction. But then he's also dropping the TH in think, which is a little bit less common, though I've noticed my dad definitely does this. Cause I think. It makes it a little less clear, but to a non-native listener, it's still perfectly understood.
Because I think.
Enough table talk.
I think,
Table talk. This idiom means the casual conversation that would happen at a meal, but my family uses it to mean talking about a card game when you're playing a card game, which you shouldn't do. When you're playing a game, you should keep all strategy and thoughts on the game to yourself. So we say, no table talk, or enough table talk. Everyone in my family is guilty of lots of table talk. Enough table talk.
I think, 50.
50. Now again we have something that's not a true T, 50, but more of a flap T, 50. Da, 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 da. Now this is an exception. It's not following the rules, but still this is how most Americans will pronounce this word, 50. Different from 15, where stress is on the second syllable and we have a true T.
50.
And there's 360?
Yeah. 360. Again a flap T, 60. D, D. And again, this is an exception. It's not following the rules for the pronunciation of T. 60. 360.
And there's 360?
Yeah. Cheap.
5 cheap. 5 cheap. Cheap. 5.
I'm going to pass.
I'm going to pass. My dad pronounces gonna very quickly. I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass. Gonna. I'm gonna pass.
I'm going to pass. I'm going to pass. I'm going to pass.
What did I bid? 355?
355.
255.
255.
You said 3.
I did, but I didn't mean it.
Let's go back and listen to all the numbers again. I'll play this section twice. Practice out loud the second time.
2 1s, 2 2s, 2 rooks.
But there are no 6s and 7s, Frank, and half of the 8s?
210.
210.
360.
Okay, yeah, oh, I remember that.
215.
20.
25. 30.
40. 50.
And there's 360?
Yeah.
5.
2 1s, 2 2s, 2 rooks.
But there are no 6s and 7s, Frank, and half of the 8s?
210.
210.
360.
Okay, yeah, oh, I remember that.
215.
20.
25. 30.
40. 50.
And there's 360?
Yeah.
5.
I had a lot of fun playing cards with my family, and I hope you had fun learning the pronunciation of numbers as we studied real English conversation.
Yeah,
Oh,
2002.
So it's been
2002?
Yeah.
15
Wow.
years ago.
If you want to see my absolute latest video, click here. If you're new to the channel, check out this Where to Start playlist. Click here to subscribe. I make new videos on American English every Tuesday. To be sure we can keep in touch, click here to sign up for my newsletter. You'll get free lessons in your inbox every week.